you're in county jail again, and you get out. And what's going on at this point in your life? Was there any situations that stand out at this point?
Well, at that time, I don't know if you remember, but remember the bank heist that was going down on the North Hollywood shooting?
Yeah.
I was actually like right up the street from that at the house when it was taking place. But as far as around that time, I think one of my homeboys had got shot. And that situation in particular was kind of like I'm not the
Were you
type that
there?
just
Were you there when he got shot?
yeah.
Were you
And
guys were just hanging out?
we're on our way to a party in Pacoima, but it's funny, like we're leaving. One of my homies was supposed to pick us up in order to go, and he flaked, so we had to walk through this one particular neighborhood, and we're enemies, you know what I mean? And it was just the way it was, and
So you got your homeboy flaked on you.
yeah,
So now you got to walk through an enemy neighborhood to get to the party.
yeah.
Okay.
And actually had to wait there to get on the bus in order to take it to Pacoima, because at that time we were somewhere in the North Hollywood area.
Okay.
I can't say exactly where, but we're somewhere in the North Hollywood area, and it was kind of funny because the way the whole scenario played out, there was like some little kid there and everything, like, and
You guys are at the bus stop at this point?
we had just left, and it was like some little kid like hanging around there, and it kind of is like one of them eerie type feelings. But the little kid said something which I can't really repeat, and it took off. You know what I mean? And there was a couple of them right there just looking like go. They're just like go. Like, so I was like, I told my owner, I was like, hey fool, like we should just kick it, you know? And he was like, nah, let's go. I'm like, all right, bam. So we get like halfway, and I go in the store to buy something, you know what I mean? And when I went in to buy something, I came out and I seen the same little kid on the corner, weird, just riding his bike.
Yeah.
And then I told the homie, like, hey, the kid's back. So he comes out and he looks, and it was just too obvious, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, all these fools just start coming around the corner, like deep. So we put our shit on the thing to get down. We're like, okay, we already know we're at the box. So we put our shit down to box. And then I seen one fool in particular, and I already knew it was all bad because we had a run-in. We had a run-in like a week prior to that. And basically, it's where's it said, so we already knew what time it was. And one dude in particular already knew he didn't want to fight, So I just told my homeboy that the one that they hated the most to just take off. So we're running, you know what I mean? My homie is in front of me, like, and the one that I know that they wanted to get was like even further in front of me. And we get away from that situation. They're across the street, they're still blasting, we're still banging on them fools.
Also, what? So they started shooting at you.
Yeah, they start shooting. But
so did you guys get in a fight first? You guys didn't even have a chance to fight.
We didn't even fight. When I seen a dude that I knew wanted that issue in a different way, I already knew it wasn't no boxing. We weren't strapped, so it was like, man, just take off. Boom. My homeboy knew exactly, so he like, oh yeah. So we take off, we run, and no shooting. These dudes are literally right behind us. No shooting. So I already knew that who they wanted, So I told the homie, like, hey, fool, bounce. Like, I don't give a fuck how you got to get across that street, fool, bounce. They don't even want us. They want that dude. So we made it, and, dudes were blasting across the street, but nobody was getting hit. You hear shit banging off cars and shit. Probably, I don't know what the caliber was, but it wasn't enough to do anything. So we made it. We made it all the way to like another part, you know what I mean? And once we got over to the other side, I seen the same dude, you know what I mean? But it was just darker. And I seen that bike drop, and I was like, go, to turn around and run back the same way, but it was already too late. I already started letting it go. Boom, 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 boom. Then I see my homeboy just pan out, like I thought he got shot in the head. So My other homie starts taking off, and I'm like, hey, fool, grab the homie. So I run back, and I pick this fool up, and I throw him over my shoulder, and I'm running back to go back the way we came over the bridge. And fucking, at that time, I was kind of panicking because, you know, it was my homeboy, and I was trying to figure out whether I was going to throw him over on the freeway. But it's like, with the way the fence is, you can climb up. I was going to throw him and just make him stay right there on the sign, on the freeway sign, because it, you know, it spreads out.
So at this point,
Like,
he's been shot.
yeah, he's shot. He's already turning purple. He can't breathe. So I'm thinking about that, but the homie's like, man, fuck that. Like, whatever comes, fool, let's just keep going. The same way we came from and went to the other side and got shot, he's like, man, let's just go back the same way, you know? It's like, you ain't really, it's like, what are you gonna do? Throw him on the freeway? He's probably gonna fall off, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like, so we said, fuck it. We just kept pushing and went back the same way that we originally ran from. And I ended up getting somebody's attention, knocked on their door, and it was some Chinese people. And they came out and you know, they really did it. They put the finger in his hole because it had collapsed his lungs. And I was upset. I was hot. I was like, man, I'm going back. But I ain't had no strap, nothing. But I'm like, man, I'm going to just see who I can catch. I'm going to break these fools off, you know. But my other homie was like, nah, fool, just kick it, you know. So to make a long story short, you know what I mean, I had a conversation with one of my homeboys, and that fool laughed. So I told that fool I would kill him when I caught him. But that was my anger, you know what I mean? It's like,
So
whatever.
what happened with your homeboy? Did he live? Did
He lived, and we ended up, and me and my homeboy ended up walking through multiple neighborhoods. I was still,
So you guys had to walk home still?
yeah, we didn't even walk home. We had to walk to the hospital,
Did
and
you
that
carry
was
him
like,
the whole way?
no, the ambulance
The
came
ambulance
and got
came,
him.
picked up him, and left you guys?
Yeah, and the cops came and was asking questions. I had to give him a false name because I was on the run anyway. So I had to give him like all types of, you know, weird stuff. And then like we didn't see nothing. We don't know who did it, nothing. You know what I mean? It's just out of nowhere somebody came, you know, and it's just one of those, you know. I had to feed them shit because if not, end up, you know. But yeah, and that was the only time seeing somebody really affected me like that, you know. Another time my homeboy got shot in his leg. Another one, they hit him with a 357. I'm surprised it didn't. He's dead now though. He got killed in Honduras or something, or died in Honduras. But it like literally ripped. When I used to go visit him in the hospital, he was up on some things and it had a hole about this big in it with a rod through it. But he, you know, he got better off of that. But they're like the only two, you know. Not too many people from my neighborhood, besides the fool that they said I shot, have got shot, you know.